Something that every guy should be doing when he starts talking to a woman is looking her up, right? Obviously. See what you can find. See if she's one of these chicks kind of posting every single detail on social media about her life. Is she a feminist? Is she running a roster, dating a bunch of guys and talking about it publicly, uh, detailing all of her experiences, right? Well, that's exactly what this guy did. And after going to her profile, her TikTok, and looking at the videos, seeing the signs, he decided to kick her to the curb, and rightfully so.
My date just canceled on me tonight because he found my TikTok. And that's really, really unfortunate because this is like the first time where social media has been like a detriment. Not a detriment, but has like negatively harmed me. And it really sucks because obviously, social media isn't always real, and a lot of my videos are I'm putting on a personality. Like, I make videos to entertain. By no means is that who I am as a person. And I mean, to be fair, you know,
And so, real quick, I'm going to show you some more of her videos that are actually on her page so you can see what this guy saw when he started going through it. And it's like, no, you're not putting on any sort of personality. You're literally kind of you're documenting your dates. You're name dropping these guys you're dating. There's nothing really it's just jokes. This isn't my real personality. Her content isn't personality based at all, really. It's completely based around her dating life and her being a ran through 304.
I respect that he was like, just not my taste. Um, but yeah, it really sucks because like we had great conversation and I was like actually like really, really looking forward to it. Yeah, it sucks. It's the downside of doing social media is, you know, everything you post is going to be under scrutiny and a microscope, and it's not going to be everyone's cup of tea. And I think it's really hard for me because I feel so much pressure to be perfect and to be like that, you know, girl that has a perfect life and, everything's so cutesy and just in order. And it's moments like these where I feel like, oh shit, like they're right. Like I'm embarrassing or like I'm cringy or, no one would ever want me. And it's like, it sucks because you've found my social media first before actually getting to know me. And if you actually knew like the real me, you would be like, wow, like there's something special about you.
No, so that's the thing. Going to her page, you get to see the real her. You get to see what she's actually doing when she's not texting you, who else she's talking to, who else she's dating. Actually, going to her social media is the only way you're actually going to get an understanding of who she really is, how she really moves, how many guys she's really seeing other than you. Keep going.
But I'm not here to convince anyone that I'm special. I think the right person would just know that immediately and, when I get to know me first without painting a picture of me based on my profile. But that's life. That's life. We all judge a book by its cover. And, like, whether we realize it or not, we all judge people when we don't really know someone based off of their socials. I mean, it's human nature. But yeah, no, it really sucks. So yeah, just wanted to share that, social media isn't all sunshine and rainbows, and yeah, it definitely sucks. But I just have to trust in God that maybe just have peace with it, and that what's not meant to be won't miss you. But yeah, that sucks.
Well, the problem is your TikTok page is going to repel any self-respecting man that you would actually probably want. So that's the problem this woman is going to run into every single time.
For anyone who finds my social media and does not know me, um get to know me first, and then you can judge me. How about that? We've never gone on a date before. This would have been the first time meeting. But yeah. Sucks.
All right, so now I'm going to actually run through a little bit more of her TikToks. I'm not going to listen to all of them, but just so you can kind of get an understanding of what this guy saw. So you can see here the caption says, Hinge date Liam. So you can kind of understand now that what she's doing on her TikTok is she's documenting her dating life. She's name dropping these guys, basically informing any other man who goes to the page that he's not the only guy she's seeing. And so it's like, if you're getting to know this woman, and I'm not sure if her TikTok username is like her first and last name, but this guy clearly was able to find her, and he saw that, yeah, this woman is just dating a bunch of dudes and like kind of revealing the details about him and kind of shitting on them as well. And I guess I'm kind of giving it away, but let's listen to a little bit of it.
Okay, so I want to talk about my date tonight. This was actually my second date night with Liam. He's a civil engineer. Oh, so fucking sexy. I'm like in love with him. He's so cute. So I just had like my collab at our.
So right away, if you're this guy who just started talking to her and you go on her page and you see her, fawning over Liam, you're gonna think, yeah, okay, I'm good. Seems like you like Liam, right? I don't want to try to get involved, or I'm not going to compete for you. Let's keep it going.
Taco. So I figured I'd invite him for a free comped meal. So he helped me film some content. And wait, let me backtrack. Our first date, we went to, oh my God, what was our first date? It was a couple days ago. I don't know, but we ended up at Taco Bell, and it was iconic, and it was the best. And he's so cute. He's so wholesome. Very like naturey and like hiking and like outdoorsy, but like very like non-judgmental, which is like really hard to meet. Like a lot of guys are like so judgmental, right? But he's just like so down to earth, and he's very social for a civil engineer, and he's really cute, and he has blue eyes. So yeah, we just had our second date, and we ended up at Bar Taco for my collab, and then afterwards he took me line dancing here in Fenway, and it was so cute.
Okay, so, that's her talking about her date with Liam.
Okay, an update on Dan.
So a different guy named Dan, and she's giving updates, not necessarily doxing them, but, it's kind of gossiping, talking about him, revealing intimate and private details about, the dates they're going on.
Don't have the emotional capacity for a girlfriend.
Talking down on them.
You text me once every 24 hours, maybe. And he's like, oh, I'm looking for a girl that can understand I have a very busy work schedule. And I'm like, oh, okay, like, I get it. Like, I get being busy. But, like, texting once a day and be like, oh, sorry, there was this new law that was passed last night and all my reps got fucked over, and who do they come to complain? Me. He was like, I've been dealing with this for the past 20 minutes. Well, Dan, you haven't texted me since Thursday night.
Okay, going to the next one. And so you can kind of see how she was saying, like, get to know me before you pass judgment. You don't actually know who I am based off my TikTok. Any guy looking for a woman is going to see your page and going to think you're getting passed around. You're dating a bunch of dudes. Just don't want to be a part of that.
Screenshots on Raya. I just got banned because I accidentally took way too many screenshots on Raya.
So she's on Raya. She's on Tinder. She's on all these dating apps. She's dating all these guys. And she's screenshotting her conversations on Raya, which apparently you're not allowed to do. And so why don't just apply that to all dating apps? I think that's a great feature that Raya has. I've never used the app, but I think it's smart. Yeah, because these fucking bitches are going to try to screenshot your conversations, put you on blast like we see time and time again, make fun of your profile. So good on Raya kicking this bitch off.
Okay. Over the course of a couple months, I took like 5 screenshots. But it's like instinctual, right? Because like I'm so used to being on Tinder or Hinge and like screenshot, look at this crazy profile, send it to a friend. But like I forgot I'm on Raya and I had like 5 alerts. And after the 5th one, they're like, you're done. So, my
Good.
girls, be very careful when you're on Raya. They will permanently ban you. Michael, you're fucking weird.
Okay, so here's another new guy, Michael, and now she's insulting him based off of their date.
What was that? Okay, you're like 58 years old. You wouldn't shut up about your brother's divorce.
And so this guy's 58 years old, probably not quite as tech savvy, so he probably didn't look her up on social media, and I bet if he did, he wouldn't have gone on a date with her. Now, I don't know, maybe he would have still. Maybe he's kind of a lower value guy, but again, any guy who is like around her age, tech savvy, is going to look this woman up and just going to bow out.
Something wrong with you. When I get there, you're playing shuffleboard, shuffleball, and you switch the venue like 3 times. Like as I'm getting in my car, you text me 3 different addresses of 3 different places. You tell me how much money you have and you wonder why you're still single. And everyone's like, you gotta get on Raya, And you want me to move immediately into your 4-bedroom empty apartment house?
So, like, where's the jokes? Where is this whole fake personality that she's just putting on for the internet? No, we're seeing you. This is your personality. There's not really any performing going on. You're just exposing these dates. You're relaying the information from the man to the TikTok platform. Yeah, how about no? And yeah, it's like you're complete cope at the beginning, trying to brush off the allegations. No, you are absolutely a complete brat, basically. Nobody wants to date you. And why should they? You're revealing all these private details. You passed around dating all these guys at the same time, getting kicked off of these dating apps because you're screenshotting these conversations. Where's the like, oh no, it's just a social media personality joke? Where's the whole like, this isn't the real me? This is absolutely the real you. This is what you're up to. Thanks to social media, these men can see what you're really up to, how many guys you're really dating at the same time. Yeah, so just make sure if you're meeting a new woman, do your homework, because apparently these guys didn't, and now they get to appear in her little TikTok, docu-series where she casually shares intimate details that you told her about your divorce, or your job, your age. She even name drops you, your profession, your city. I mean, what she's doing here is objectively wrong. She's making the dating world worse for everybody by doing this and putting this kind of stuff out there. And, women will complain about how hard dating is, how bad it is. But, okay, how about you look at what your fellow women are doing? Look at how they're publicly outing these men for sport. Look at how many guys she's seeing at the same time. Why not just date one guy at a time, right? Meet someone, see where it goes, and then move on if it fizzles out. Move on to the next guy. Instead, you've got a whole roster, full rotation, rotating through each guy. I mean, come on. And that's exactly why the guy who found her social media just didn't want any part of it. I mean, what does it say about how easy dating is for women that a girl who looks like this can have so many men on tap that she can literally turn her dating life into a content series? Her whole TikTok page can be about it. Oh, Tuesday night was Michael. Wednesday was Dan. Thursday was Liam. And then these same women will turn around and say dating is so hard. Oh, you don't know how easy you've got it. When men say dating is hard, they mean it's hard to get a date. But when women say dating is hard, they mean it's hard to find someone who will check all 25 boxes on their list. Yeah. How about actually look at your list and look at what's on it? That's why it's so hard. But good on this guy for not being a simp, right? For making her at least feel a little bit of accountability or some consequences for her modern woman behavior. Oh, you want to act like this? You want to post this shit? You want to date all these guys at the same time? Well, you're not going to get to date me. And I mean, I hope the guys that she's currently seeing are not continuing to date her because they're happy, to compete for a relationship and do this whole thing, but they just don't realize what she's actually up to.